Yo, what's going on, Kicks Army? Today I'm going to be doing a sneaker drawing on the Nike Hyperdunk X colorway that just released, as well as getting into some more Melo and Rocket stock, as well as who is the leader of the Lakers. Let's go! Real quick, some shameless plugs. There's an awesome website called KicksArt.com. You can go there, you can get free sneaker stencils. You might be thinking, what, did he say free? Yes, I said free. Today I went ahead and added two stencils. One is the Hyperdunk X that you're seeing right now. The other one is the Adidas Crazy BYWX, or as I like to call it, the Adidas Crazy Alphabet Soup. And ready for this, another shameless plug. You can get all the updates on what stencils I upload, as well as what videos I drop through my Instagram. Link will be in the description as well as on the screen. Now that all the self-promotion stuff is out of the way, first of all, real quick, let me give a quick shout out to Debbie Margot. You might be thinking, who is Debbie Margot and why does she get a shout out? By the way, I'm only assuming Debbie is a girl. If Debbie is a guy, then I'm sorry, bro, it's all love. But Debbie left a very important comment on yesterday's video correcting a mistake that I accidentally made. Well, I wouldn't call it a mistake, I would call it a lack of clarification. That's me covering my butt real quick. Yesterday I mentioned how Carmelo has only really played with two good point guards, to which I said that was Chauncey Billups as well as Jason Kidd. However, the part that I definitely forgot to leave out was when I said point guard, I meant like true point guard. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is not like a kind of point guard that just happens to play the point guard position, but like a pass first point guard. Point guard whose really main focus is there to facilitate the offense, to be a floor general, to make sure everything is flowing correctly, not necessarily just because they're on the court, but because of the way they can command the court. To which Debbie had commented, what about Russell Westbrook? Which is absolutely true, and that's why I'm happy you correct me on that. It's all love. Let me just get into my whole spiel about Russell Westbrook real quick. First of all, at least in my mind, when I think of Russell Westbrook, I don't necessarily think of a point guard. I think of a basketball player who happens to play in the point guard position. My ideal point guard is a floor general, someone who knows how to determine the flow of the game, someone who knows how to keep their teammates under check, and who can kind of kill his own ego to make sure he does whatever is best for the team and to win the game. The way that I personally look at Westbrook, I think he is an insane athlete, like absolutely insane level athlete that tries to do whatever he can to possibly get the win, but at his own detriment. I think there's a certain level of self-awareness that he kind of lacks that is holding him back from maximizing his team's true potential. I 1000% respect the fact that he averaged a triple-double the past two NBA seasons. That is absolutely phenomenal. But they were bounced in the first round in 6 games by the Utah Jazz, who were led by a rookie point guard. You can do with that information what you will. I think Westbrook really needs to take an audit of his game, look at what he's doing, look at where he's just really inefficient, not just his skill set, but also his energy and how he chooses to use it. It's almost like the debate of working harder versus working smarter, right? There is no doubt this man works absolutely hard. I need my point guard to be smart, like the smartest man on the floor. And if you ask me to pick a point guard between Russell Westbrook or Chris Paul, I'm taking Chris Paul 9 times out of 10. Unless he's injured, in which case, Russell, get over here, I need you. So hopefully that kind of clarifies that point a little bit. When I said a good point guard, what I actually meant was an efficient pass first point guard. One who can command the floor, can command their teammates, and can make the right decisions. Because if you ask me, if you swap out Russell Westbrook for Chris Paul and you put him against the Utah Jazz, I think they come out with the W for that series. That's just me though. But again, Debbie, it's all love. I appreciate it when you guys keep me in check. I don't want to use the excuse of, well, I make a video every day and I spend the last 3 hours of my day when I usually get 4 hours of sleep in producing these videos. When I talk about basketball, one thing I want to make sure to do is I want to make sure I come correct, because you guys deserve it. And based on how busy my schedule is, I really don't get the chance to write out a script, just because that takes a lot longer to produce the overall video, even though the content of that video usually does come out a lot better. So yeah, shout outs to you, Debbie. Oh, and Kaya Paul, I think that's how you pronounce your name. I know you've been asking for a shout out, so there you go too. Much love. And real quick, before we talk about the Lakers, can we talk about Zion Williamson dunking from the free throw line? This guy is 6'7", 285, dunking from the free throw line. I'm so excited to see this guy get into the league. Like, I can't wait to see him at Duke. And I don't even watch college basketball like at all, but I'm gonna be watching those games, that's for sure. Now, real quick, let's talk about who is the leader of the Lakers, because I saw that this is another topic that kind of popped up, because again, with the LeVar Ball quotes, he was saying a bunch of things on a radio show talking about how Lonzo didn't go to Cleveland, LeBron went to LA. How Lonzo can't learn nothing from LeBron, but LeBron can learn something from Lonzo. You know, all that regular LeVar Bar stuff. But that got me thinking, because this is a completely different situation that we've seen LeBron had in the past. Everybody already knows the jokes, the memes about LeBron being the actual head coach and then Ty Lue's just there to like look good, right? When it comes to who is the leader of Los Angeles, obviously LeBron is the best player. He's going to be like the main guy on the team. But when it comes to the leader, I honestly feel like that's Magic Johnson for sure. Without Magic Johnson being there, I don't believe LeBron goes there at all. Because what Magic brings to that franchise is some credibility, some stability, some actual head management from the person who's actually played basketball and who's actually had a lot of success with that franchise, with that city. It's not just like he's a great player, because there's a lot of great players in the NBA that kind of help out their teams, but he's a great player who also transitioned beautifully into a businessman, which is exactly what LeBron wants to do. Because even though LeBron is already a businessman, it's not like he's going to think, oh, okay, well, I'm pretty good where I'm at. I'm just going to keep playing basketball and see what's up. No, he wants to get advice from somebody who's already accomplished so much over the course of his career, whether it be on the court and or off the court. He loves the value of having somebody like that so closely connected to the team, or it was like a done decision pretty much once he realized that that was going to be a legitimate option for him to go to. Think about it. If not for Magic Johnson, why would LeBron want to go there right now as presently constructed? You think he really wants to go to play with legendary coach Luke Walton? You think he wants to go and play with a superb cast of a team that has no all-stars? You think he's super excited to go play with the guy whose dad is going to talk a lot about him and is probably going to make it really annoying to deal with on a day in and day out basis? I would say no. But it doesn't matter, because there's a mastermind behind all this. Somebody who's thinking about chess when everybody else is playing checkers. That's Magic Johnson. Magic probably knows that because they weren't able to acquire Kawhi Leonard, that they're probably going to look at this season as like a structural season. Basically feel everything out, see how the different pieces are working together, and when you have a piece like LeBron James, like that is like the piece that you want on your team, it still takes a lot of work to integrate him with the other players that are not used to playing with a player like that, of that caliber. And it's not like you're playing in Minnesota, Indiana, or some other small market. You're playing in Los Angeles, the second biggest city in the States. You know how many banners they have on the rafters? Like, they have something to prove now that they actually have some respect, not just because of LeBron, but because of Magic as well. There's a lot of work that comes with that, but I believe Magic is up to the task as well as LeBron, but it is going to be some work. And I think they're both aware of that, so they're both going to have to work with each other to figure out what's the best way to advance this team, not just for this year, but for the next 4 years that it's going to take for LeBron to be with the Lakers. LeBron's not trying to come here to chill, I can guarantee you that. He wants more rings on his fingers, like that's just for sure. Especially if he can get them at the expense of the Warriors. He knows by coming to Los Angeles, it's not going to be all on him to make the big decisions on who goes on the team, who's going to be moved out, and all that other good stuff. He can sleep easy at night, knowing that there's a man with a lot more experience in the industry that's going to be taking care of all these decisions to make sure that he can maximize not only his potential, but the team's potential as well. Which is the kind of luxury that he did not have in Cleveland at all, both times. He had some of that with Miami with Pat Riley, right? But I'm pretty sure in his mind, Pat Riley is completely different from Magic Johnson. Like, he looked up to this guy. So with that being said, with Magic pretty much running the helm of this ship, I think they're going to do just fine. Or I could be completely wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and bounce past that bell to get post notifications. Don't forget to check out KicksArt.com for all your sneaker stencil needs. Check out the other videos on the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yee!